Hello guys, and welcome back to my 1.20 Survivor series. This episode is a bit different because it includes a building tutorial for a little marine archaeology research vessel. So if you have clicked on this video specifically for that, I'll give you the time where it starts in a sec, but first let me say a couple things. I have put the materials list for the build in the description box below the video. I have gone for a cyan and white color scheme, but you can replace the materials used with ones you have easily available in your own world. I'm going to take you through the build step by step in survival, so it should be a very beginner-friendly tutorial. Last thing, if you end up enjoying the tutorial, do consider leaving a like and perhaps subscribe to my channel, as these things help, especially tiny channels like mine, which tend to get buried by the YouTube algorithm. So if you want to watch only the tutorial, you can skip to the time you can see on the screen now. Otherwise, let's carry on with a little goblin archaeology storyline. Guys, I have been doing quite a bit of work since the last episode, preparing for our next archaeological excavation expedition. This time we'll be leaving the desert and going to the ocean. So I have been collecting a lot of materials for our expedition base, which of course is going to be our research vessel. Oh, and by the way, I took the opportunity to pop to my nearby fellow human colony to buy name tags for my pets. Look, Patsy suggested that we name the new Patsy Cutie. How sweet is that? I'm so glad you get along with each other. Well guys, guess who I came across while I was dealing with name tags? Shadowphone, the black kitty. I was so happy. It was the last kitty I needed to get the achievement, so that was amazing. And of course, I got to name tag Shadowphone as well. Anyway, talking of pets, I was thinking about who to take with me for this archaeological expedition. Lottie and Donkey can stay at our base since we'll be traveling by water for most of the time. But I did want to take a kitty or two with me. Now, Storm told me that it was really keen to join me because it has heard all about our previous expedition from Precious. So, Storm, you want to come along? Precious, you'll be in charge of this gate while Storm is away, okay? Great. You know, Storm, I'm thinking that perhaps Mister might want to come with us. What do you think? Yes, I think so. Mister, Lottie and Donkey will be keeping each other company during the next archaeological expedition. So would you like to come along with me and Storm? Yes? Excellent. Right, let me put on my armor and get our thingies, and let's see what we can find. Now, Storm and Mister, wait here for a moment while I sort myself out. So, guys, I think we'll head in the direction of the stronghold because there was a substantial ocean there. Surely there must be an ocean ruin around there. I don't mind at this point whether it's a cold ocean or a warm ocean ruin because eventually I want to excavate both. I'm hoping to find the ruin myself, but to tell you the truth, if it ends up taking me days, I might have to cast a magic spell to get the coordinates of the closest one. We'll see. Okay, so armor, check. Thingies, check. Kitties, check. Let's go. Now, while we were traveling, the kitties kept asking me, are you sure it's this way? And I was like, yes, this is where I went the previous time. And later on, they asked me, are you sure you know where we're going? And I was like, yes, of course I know where we're going. And stuff like that. But to cut this long story short, I got lost. And had to, go around the roundabout way. But thankfully, I did find eventually the little section that I tended to, that I was using in the boat to go across and get to the stronghold. So I did find my way eventually. But yes, it took a while. Okay, finally we found our way. I didn't think about one thing though. I can only have one kitty in a boat at a time. It would be so nice if you could use a lead on boats. Then you could tow a boat or two along with you to take your animals. I could use leads on the kitties and force them to swim, but I think that's a bit cruel unless it's very necessary. You know what, kitties? How about you stay here for the time being? And when I find our first ruin, I'll build our research vessel and then I'll come and get you. So let me build you a little shelter. Okay, so you'll be alright, won't you? I'll see you shortly. Don't worry about it. I'll come back and get you. Right. I think I'll follow the coastline to start with. I know that the stronghold and the bulk of the ocean is in this direction. So let's go that way to get that out of the way. I hope the water won't be too deep. Well, not for any other reason than that would be inconvenient. Okay, put there. Finally. Of course that took a while. And I was wondering as well. Kept on stopping every now and again to see whether I was seeing a ruin in the water, but it wasn't a ruin. But finally, that's quite obviously a ruin. Okay, sure. Let's get things going then. Right, guys, I have finally found an ocean ruin, so we need a base of operations. Let's build a marine archaeology research vessel. But the water was too deep for having the anchor cast, and because I wanted to show you this in the tutorial, I did a rough little bit of terraforming to bring the ocean floor up a bit, roughly where we'll be casting our anchor. At any rate, it's up to you guys whether you want to have your anchor cast or weighed. Because we'll be using chains, you'll have to consider how much iron you have for this. Anyway, let's get started. What you'll need to do first is pillar up from the ocean floor until you are flush with the surface of the water. You'll need a minimum of 4 block depth in the water so your ship doesn't touch the ground. Yes, so let's empty our hotbar to make space for materials and grab our first lot. So we will need our warped wood stairs, slabs and planks. Our filler blocks, these are not going to be seen from the outside, so you can use whatever you have loads of. I'm using jungle wood planks that contrast a bit with the bluish colors that I'm using, so you can see more clearly what I'm doing. We will also need 2 lightning rods, 2 jungle trapdoors, and some of our oxidized copper. And that will be it for the first few. Hold on a minute. Oh dear. Okay, I need to put something behind here. Let's put this away so I have somewhere to put my shulker box. Right, let's make the first few layers. First thing about the orientation of your ship. I'm going to build it so that it faces south, this way. I mean, the front of the boat is going to be south and the back is going to be north. So let's face south. So we'll remove the 2 of the blocks of the dirt pillars so we start at the correct level for the build. I think I'll let voiceover little goblin take over while I'm doing work underwater. Now, against the next dirt block, place an upside down stair. Then going towards the back of the ship, place 10 slabs in a row, starting against the top of the stairs. Then place 3 warped planks, and then 1 more slab. Then let's go back towards the front of the boat. Now we can break the dirt pillar that we made. And against the upside down stair that we started with, place another one facing the opposite direction. And then continue with 3 slabs. And this is our first layer. Next, use our filler blocks on top of the warped wood we've just placed all the way to the back of the boat. Actually, my head is now out of the water, so we can go back to past Little Goblin. So now we're gonna go back to our warped planks, and we're gonna place one at the back here. We're going to turn and place one on the side, and then we're going to continue to place along the side here until we get to the front. Now here we're gonna leave this corner empty. We're gonna place one at the very front. We're gonna leave that corner empty again, and we're gonna place one on the side here, and then we're gonna continue over here along this side the same way we did on the opposite side. And here at the corner. And now we're gonna switch to our stairs, and we're going to the side on the third block. 1, 2, 3. Then make sure that I've got that correct. 1, 2. On the third block, we place upside down stair. And then we're going to continue placing upside down stairs all the way to the front. Here at the front, we're going to make sure that we place our stairs so that they link up, so that the stairs wrap around the front, like so. And then we're going to continue placing upside down stairs until we get to the last 2 blocks of warped wood. Right. How is it going? Oh, it's going to get late soon. Right, so here at the back, we're against the sides of the stairs, we're going to place 2 lightning rods. One there and one there. And against those, we're going to place jungle trapdoors, and close, and close. And these stand up for our propellers. Now, here at the back, we're going to place some more water planks. And let's get out of the water. And now let's place one over here, over our propeller, and at the corner here. And then we're going to continue placing planks all the way to the front. Now here at the front, we're going to place one in this corner here. We're going to leave this a gap for the time being. Place one here, whoop, and then place another one there. And then we're going to continue placing until the back of the boat. And here, like we did on this side, we're going to go over our propeller. Okay, so here we are at the back, and we need our filler blocks. We're going to place 11 towards this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to turn and fill that in. And now all this area here at the back, we're going to use our filler blocks. Now let's go back to the middle. So here we're going to use our oxidized copper. We're going to do 2 rows. Then here in the middle, we're going to place 1 copper. And on either side, we're going to use filler blocks. 1 there and 1 there. Here in the middle, we're going to use filler block. And then on either side, we're going to use our oxidized copper. There and there. And then the rest, all the way to the front, we're going to use our filler blocks. And at the very tip here, we're going to use our last warped wood block. And we're going to place upside down stairs like so. So we're going to need some more materials now. Let's grab a shulker box. Right, so we're going to need the rest of our oxidized copper. Also oxidized stairs and slabs. We're going to use our filler blocks. And we're also going to need our mangrove stairs and our polished basalt. Let's grab a couple of ladders actually, and then we're going to pick up some more stuff in a moment when we have some space. Oh. Right, so here on anywhere where we have warped wood, we're going to place oxidized copper blocks. here at the back, we're going to need to have access to our ship when we go diving. So for our divers, we're going to place 2 ladders, one on the warped wood planks and one on the oxidized copper, and that will be sufficient. Now going back to our oxidized copper. Right, so here at the front, we're going to place some copper stairs upside down, facing the front. So here, one along here, one at the very tip here, and then another one here, and another one here. Now let's go to the middle again, this section here. So on these 2 filler blocks that we put there, we're going to place our mangrove stairs. So one here and one here, so that they face the front. And now on this filler block, we're going to use our oxidized copper. And then we're also going to put oxidized copper here and here, right? And then the rest is going to be filler blocks. Now going back over here, and on this first row of filler blocks, we're going to put one copper stair like so. Behind it, we're going to place a copper block, and then we're going to leave these 2 areas by the stair empty for the time being, and we're going to place our filler blocks around here like so. And then all the way to the back, we're going to place our copper, oxidized copper like so. Okay, so let's grab our slabs now. So here in the middle 3 blocks at the back, we're going to place slabs, and against those we're going to place our polished basalt, and we're going to place them on the side so that the circular pattern is on the side of the boat. There and there. Right, so we're going to grab some more materials and then we're going to carry on. So what we'll need is, we're actually going to need our dirt, and we're going to need polished backstone. We're going to need our acacia gates, and we're going to need some chains. Now for our A-frame crane, which we're going to build later, we're going to need 7 chains. So put on the side 7 chains so that you're sure you don't use those up. Yes, let's build the rest and then we'll pick up some more materials. Okay, so along this line we're going to place 9 dirt blocks temporarily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You'll see that we end here where we have our filler blocks here, and we do the same on the other side. Now at the end of the dirt blocks here, we're going to place a stair facing this way, and then we're going to continue along this line with copper blocks. And then we're going to place copper blocks on these upside down stairs here, 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 and here. Going to continue copper blocks along this line. Apart from the last block where, like we did on this side, we're going to place a stair. Like so. Cool. Now let's go to the back, and here against the lower half of our dirt block we're gonna put slabs, copper slabs, and we need 7 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're gonna switch to our stairs, place upside down stairs on the last 2 dirt blocks. And then we're going to continue on the copper as well, the same way, upside down stairs. And here, when we reached on our last block, we're going to turn around so that we create a corner stair, there. Now, on this side, we're going to need to put our cast anchor. So, let's see, we're going to go close to the edge here, and, well, because I'm going to be underwater, I will explain now what I'm going to do. I'm going to place the acacia gate, which is meant to be our anchor, and then I'm going to shift and place chains, and then I'm going to balance on the chains and try to pillar up all the way back to the surface. So that's what I'm doing. Let's go. Okay, I think, yes, that's it, we're flat. Okay, we're going to continue on that when we get to the next layer. So now we're going back to the stairs, and here at the tip, we're going to place upside down stair here, and then also on the sides of this block. That direction, and also in that direction. Now, on this side here, we're going to have a weight anchor, an anchor that's drawn up. We're going to place it in this orientation, if I can. Excuse me. Oh, okay, so now we're going to go back to our copper stairs, and on the second block, we're going to place an upside down stair here. And on this one, we're going to turn so that we create a corner stair like we did on the other side. And then we're going to continue with upside down stairs until we get to the dirt blocks. And here we're going to place 2 more upside down stairs, 1, 2, and then we're going to switch to our slabs and place them on the lower half of the dirt block. 1, 2, 3, all the way until we get to the basalt here. Okay, so now we can remove our dirt blocks. Now here in the middle, on this filler block, we're going to place a slab. And on either side of it, we're going to place oxidized copper blocks here and here. And then let's go to the front here. Now on this copper block, we're going to place another one. And then on this filler block, we're going to place another one. Then over here, on this filler block, we're going to place our polished black stone here. And then over here, we're going to continue with our filler blocks. And here, we'll have one more line here. And the rest of this section here, we're going to use our oxidized copper. And you'll know that you've counted correctly if you have 4 oxidized copper in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oxidized copper blocks, not the stairs. Okay, so that's that layer. Now we do have 2 last oxidized copper blocks and 2 last filler blocks, so we might as well put them down now to get them out of the way and make some space for other materials. The oxidized copper is going to go here and here, and right in front of that is going to be our filler blocks. Here, here, and here. There we go. So now we can grab some more materials. So what we're going to need is, obviously we still need our stairs and our slabs. We're going to need the smooth quartz block, the stairs. We're also going to need the cut copper and the iron bars. And let's grab our cyan concrete. And we're going to need our cyan shulker boxes. Let's leave it at that for a moment. Alright, let's go over here, where we have these stairs here. Now, on those 2 filler blocks, we're going to place smooth quartz blocks. And on top of those, we're going to place quartz stairs, like this, and like this in this direction. Now, you see we have stairs, and here, on this block here as well, we're going to place another copper stair this way. Then behind it, we're going to place 3 iron bars. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to place a cut copper block there. And then we're going to place 3 slabs against the upper half of the copper block. 1, 2, 3. And then the rest of this line here, we're going to use our cut copper. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's go up here, because at the very tip, we're going to use a copper stair. This way. Now we're going to crouch and place a copper stair on top of our anchor here, and an upside down stair against that, another stair here, and another upside down stair here. Now in the middle, we're going to use our cut copper blocks, 1 here and 1 here, and then at the very tip, we're going to place another stair upside down, like so. And then on this side, we're going to mirror what we did on this side. So stair there, upside down stair there, stair there, and an upside down one here. And there, let's place a cut copper there, and the stair, stair there. And then we need, because there's 4 cut coppers here, so we need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Then we need 3 slabs on the upper half. 1, 2, 3. Then another cut copper here. Then 3 iron bars here. And then we'll see right next to this stair, we place another stair. There, the last stair that we have. Right, so let's finish off the bow of our ship here to get that done and get rid of the copper, because that's the last of the copper blocks that we have. So on the last 3 sections here, that's an upside down stair, and these 2 cut copper blocks, we're going to place slabs. So 1, 2, 3, and the same on the other side here. 1, 2, 3. And then on the upside down stairs at the front, we're going to place copper blocks. So here, 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 and here. And finally, on the very front, we're going to place another slab. And that's the bow of our ship. Right, so now let's turn our attention to the central section here. We're going to use quartz stairs here, here, and here. Behind those on the sides, we're going to place quartz blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And against those, we're going to place more stairs. Upside down, 1 there and 1 there. Then we're going to turn to place another upside down stair that way, so that this turns into an internal corner, and the same on this side. And now what we're going to do now is we're going to join with upside down stairs all the way to this side. So like so. And the same on the other side. Great. So now, going to the front again. In the middle here we place a stair, like so. And then we're going to place stairs on the sides here so that they turn into corner stairs. And behind that we're going to place our cyan concrete. There, there, and there. And we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. These 2 we're going to leave for a moment, and the last 3 concrete pieces we're going to place here, like so. Now, we're going to need our cyan shulker boxes and some dirt. So we're going to place 2 dirt here, and against the dirt we're going to place 1 of our shulker boxes, like so. And let's do that on the other side as well. Whoop. Dirt, what are you, dirt? There, there. And another shulker box there. Let's remove the dirt blocks, and now you see we have this interesting spiral pattern on the side here. Actually, while we're here, let's grab some more materials, and then I can put some ladders as well. So we're going to need our ladders, the rest of our smooth quartz there. We need our glass panes, chiseled polished black stone, the iron trapdoors, acacia trapdoor. The iron bars we can put on the side for the time being. We will be needing them soon enough, but not just now. Okay, so that's it for the time being, and we'll grab some more later. There we go. So here on this side of the concrete, we place a ladder, and the same on this side. Let's remove the dirt and place a ladder. And let's go back up. Right. So over here now we need our quartz blocks here and over the shulker, and the same on that side. And in the middle here we're going to place a temporary dirt block. Hop. And now against that we're going to place an upside down stair in the middle here. And here at the back against the quartz blocks we're going to place upside down stairs here and here. And now the rest of our concrete, we're going to place glass. And it's getting late again, which is annoying, but what can we do? That's what happens when you're building on a survival world, right? Okay, so here we are on the next layer. We're going to grab our chiseled polished black stone and we're going to place it on top of these two upside down stairs here. In the middle we're going to place a quartz block, and then towards the back against all three of those we're going to place quartz stairs. So one here, and one here. Now here we're going to place quartz blocks, and we're going to continue placing quartz blocks until we're left with one. There we go. Now at the front here we're going to balance on the glass, and we're going to place this last three quartz stairs. One here, and one here. And this very tip here of the glass we're going to place the iron trapdoors. So one here, here, and here. And we're going to go on the side, and against the lower half we're going to continue placing the iron trapdoors until we get where we place the ladder. So until here, and here we place the ladder, you can see there. We're going to continue placing ladders to the top, so one on this block and one on this block. Going to continue here, and we're going to place the acacia trapdoor and close that, and the same on this side. There and there. Fantastic. Okay, so let's grab some more materials. We're going to need our other shulker box as well now. We can put the rest of the trapdoors on the side for the time being. We will need a smooth quartz. We're going to need 2 lightning bolts. Let's put the ladders out of the way for a moment. Let's grab 2 lightning bolts. We're also going to need stuff from my other shulker box. Hold up. We need the quartz slabs, we need the edge rods, redstone torches, warped fences, and the gates. Okay, so we're going to grab our quartz slabs. I'm going to place them on top of the black stone, and we're going to continue placing them all the way to the front until here. And we're going to wrap that up and continue over here. And it's raining. Okay. Never mind. Right, so here we're going to place our lightning rod here. And on top of it, we're going to place 2 dirt blocks. One here, one here. We're going to get rid of the middle one. And then against the underneath of the dirt block, we're going to place the other lightning rod here, so that we have that nodule in the middle there. Now behind that we're going to place our last quartz block, and now let's pillar up over here by 3. 1, 2, 3. On top of the quartz block we're gonna place our warped fences. 1, 2, 3. On the very tippy top we're gonna place our last quartz slab. And against the sides of the middle fence, we're going to place our warped gates. So one there, and one there. And that's going to stand for our radar mast. Now let's place some more antennae and signal masts here. Where are we? Not the end rod. Oh yes, I need the iron bars. Sorry guys, I do need those. So let's place the last 3 iron bars here, and then we're going to get rid of the dirt, and then we're going to place 2 end rods, and on these 2 corners here we're going to place our 2 redstone torches, and that's the end at the top here, so we can use our ladders to get down. And over here let's place some supportive rods. So we're going to place our end rods here, there, and there, and another 3 here. There we go. And now we're going to make our bow mast. at the front. So let's go to the front here, and on this copper block we're going to place 3 end rods, 1, 2 and a third one on the top there. That's it, and that's our bow mast. Now let's go back here, and we might as well pop our grey shulker boxes down, because we'll be continuing to use them, and now we can actually put them in the place that they're going to be. So we put one on the fourth block from the basalt, and leave one block empty and place the other one over here. Okay, so we're going to grab some more materials now. We are going to need our waxed exposed copper stairs, blocks and slabs. We're also going to need a grindstone. We're going to need a stone cutter, a lever, and also we're going to need our chains here and the last of our lightning rods. This is so annoying. I'm going to wait until the rain stops so that we can continue in some extra peace and quiet. Oh my goodness, this is so much better. Right, okay, so now we're going to build our A-frame crane at the back of our ship. So here on the inner block of our basalt, we're going to use our waxed exposed copper stairs, and we're going to place one like this and another one upside down against it, and we're going to continue that 2 more times, so a total of 6 stairs. And here and here, and on top of the last upside down stair we're going to use a copper block. And then let's go on the other side again. Don't forget it's the middle, towards the middle part of the basalt. And again on the last one we're going to place a block, and now we're going to link the blocks with slabs on the lower half. There we go. Let's get down. And in the middle slab, on the middle slab underneath, we're going to place one of our grindstones, like so. And now we're going to crouch and place chains, one underneath and one across. And over here on this side, we're going to remove this dirt block here. Why did I get stuck there? Silly. Okay, so we're going to pop our stone cutters here, like so, and we're going to crouch and against it place another grindstone, like so. So that's going to stand for the mechanism of our pulley system here, and we're going to use crouch and place chains across and link the two together. There we go. And now let's put our supportive beams. So we need 2 dirt blocks. One, we're gonna go 2 blocks ahead of the basalt here, and the same on this side. And on top of the block, we're going to place, we need our lightning rod. We're gonna place a lightning rod here, and another one here, and remove the dirt. And yes, actually we're going to have to remove one of our copper blocks for a moment. What am I doing? Here we go. And against the copper rods, we're going to place the last 2, like so. So that it shows that it's kind of connected here and here. That's why we're doing that. Let's replace our oxidized copper. And there we go, that's our A-frame crane. So basically what happens is this rotates. That's why we want the circular pattern on the sides here. This will rotate over the water, and with the pulleys and the chains we can lower down equipment into the water or pull out items out of the water, and then this rotates back again and it can pop things safely down onto the deck. But apart from the A-frame crane, we also could do with a deck crane as well. Yes, more cranes. So let's make our deck crane now. So on the 4th block from this stair here, 1, 2, 3, 4, we place our last exposed copper, like so. And now let's grab some more materials. We'll need our andesite wall, polished andesite stairs, a jungle hanging sign, and I forgot about the lever, and a decorated block. And do apologize, actually, to finish off this system, we are going to put a lever over here. Yes, in the middle here. Right, okay, so let's carry on with our deck crane. So we're going to use our andesite wall. We're going to place two like that and one across here. Yes, it's because I left it. So we're going to need one of our jungle wood trapdoors. So, okay, I'm going to have to jump into the water and set myself against the crane, and on this warped block place 3 dirt blocks. Ugh. Do you mind? Okay, so in the middle one we're going to get rid of. There we go. And now against this dirt block we're going to place a jungle trapdoor so that it's flush with the water, like so. We're going to remove this dirt block now. Whoa. And now against the wall we're going to place polished andesite stairs. Underneath it we're going to place a grindstone, and underneath that we're going to crouch and place the sign. We don't need to write anything on it. And again we're going to crouch and place the pot on top of the trapdoor. And let's swim to the back and climb up. Here we go. So that's our deck crane, and it looks like it's removing something out of the water. So that's a kind of crane in action. Right, so let's finish off putting some more equipment and storage on our deck. We're going to need 2 barrels, we're going to need 2 item frames, we're going to need decorative stone shovel, and also I'm going to need, I put that in the white shulker box. Okay, let's put this shulker box is just for me kind of moving things around when I go down underwater. Right, okay, so we need the brush as well. Let's put that out of the way. We'll need, I can't do that, target blocks, scaffolding, and the light blue banners. Let's put the chains away because we're not going to need any more. Now we'll place a barrel here and a barrel here, and on top of the barrels we'll place some item frames, pop and pop, and in the item frames you're going to place a shovel and also the brush so that it looks like we have equipment around. And then we're going to place some target blocks. Now a project here, these target blocks are the only blocks that I thought kind of looked a bit like life floats and stuff like that. So we need our safety equipment, guys. The sea can be very treacherous. So let's put a couple at the front as well. And now let's put some tables around. So we're going to use a scaffolding as tables. Let's put 1, 2, 3. So this is a table where we are going to be sorting, cleaning, and documenting our finds when we bring them up from the ocean floor. So I know it's getting late again, so I'm going to have to snooze. But now that we have our working area here, we're going to place some retracted awnings here that these banners are going to represent. So let me snooze, and then we're going to deal with the interior of our ship. Right, so now for the interior, we're going to need 3 ladders. We're going to need a jungle trapdoor. We're also going to need a door, cartography table, blast furnace, mangrove trapdoor, a redstone repeater and comparator. We don't need the dirt, so let's grab the item frame as well. And we will be needing the end rod as well. Let's pop that on our inventory. Right, so to place our door, we're going to need to go on the inside. So door on the inside here, like so. And then on these 2 sections we're going to place our, wait a minute, also need crafting table here. And I'll pop the cartography table over here. Here we go. Now in the front of these 2 chairs, the mangrove chairs We're gonna place iron trapdoors here and here. And over here, we're going to place our blast furnace. So that will stand as a radio communication and stuff like that. And we're going to place a redstone repeater on top here so that it looks like our controls. Now against the polished blackstone, we're going to place our mangrove trapdoor and close it so that it looks like a screen. And we're going to place the comparator over here and click it as well so we have a nice little red light, so that will look like a sonar and where we map the ocean floor and stuff like that. Now let's place our item frames for our maps here, and also what we can do is actually place our bed over, wait a minute, here. And place our last 3 ladders here so we can get to the top. We'll need our end rod, and guys, we're finishing up here at the front. We're going to place our end rod, and on top of it we're going to place a jungle trapdoor, and that's meant to be the wheel of the ship so we can control our ship when we're traveling. So that is our archaeological excavation expedition research vessel, no, I have to think about this. Marine archaeology research vessel. Oh, MARV. Yes, that's good. Right. So, guys, yes, you can build this ship as a base as well, because it's got quite a lot of stuff, and there's definitely space for more things as well. I mean, you've got the grindstones, you've got a stone cutter here, inside you have crafting table and cartography table and a blast furnace, but here you also have space for an extra furnace and an anvil. And even down here, and these copper blocks that you can hardly see at the back there, you can replace them with barrels and stuff. And also, if you haven't been to the end, you can replace the shulker boxes with barrels. You can replace the end rods with copper, with lightning rods. But you will need to make sure that you place alternative lighting around the ship. The only thing that it doesn't really have space for is an enchanting setup. But you could do that underwater and pretend that you've discovered some magical thingies underwater. So that's it really. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to get started. So I'll be going and getting the kitties I left on land, and by the next episode we'll be ready to start on the actual excavation. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope that you'll join me on the next episode. In the meantime, have a lovely rest of the week. Bye bye.